Hey there, I just wanted to take a quick minute to share my first reading library with you from Usborne Books and More. This is great for when your kids are starting to be interested in reading on their own and you're getting ready to teach them. And you can see there's 50 books in this set. They're nice small paperback books, so they're easy to take with you. This green set here is the very first reading set, and there are 15 books in the set, and there's 2 of each of the first couple ones here when you're really starting to learn to read and starting to work on those words. And then once you complete this set, you would move on to this next set here, which is Usborne Very First Reading. This is level 1, and then this is taking it one step further after you finish this set, and we're moving on to level 2. So I just want to give you a little peek inside each book. I've pulled out, these are part of our green set, so these are the very first books of the very first reading set. What I really like that this book does, or what this reading set does, is it's got some small words here and it's got large font words over here. And this is for the parent to read, and this is for the child to read. So having that parent text in there keeps the story engaging and interesting for the kid, and they will stay in tune with the story a little bit more, and it's way more interactive that way. But they're also practicing reading and those skills. In each of these books there's also puzzles in the back, comprehension puzzles, so they can understand what they're reading as well. You can kind of see some of those. It's got some guidance notes for us as parents, and there's some more of those puzzles. That way you can kind of see what they're working on. And I want to say in the front, it kind of, it tells you right here what I just told you about the large and the small font. And then in the back it also kind of talks about the different sounds that this book covers. So those are all important things. And then we've got, this is again book 1. So these are going to be the same level, and then you would move on to book 2. But you can see different letter sounds in this one, but again, that large font for the child to read and the small font for the parents to read, and then comprehension puzzles in the back there as well. So these are going to get progressively harder. Once we finish this set, we would move on to our level 1, which this is a book from that. It's the Greedy Dog, and you can see and hear that it has more text in here, nice large font, simple phrases on the page too, so they don't feel overwhelmed while they're moving on and reading some of these books. And again, there's puzzles in the back for comprehension to make sure they're understanding what they're reading. And then we're going to move on to that last one, level 2, and you can see similar. It's got a little bit more text on the page. You can see a little bit longer sentences here. Still nice large font, so it's not overwhelming for them to read, and easy for them to follow along. And again, comprehension puzzles in the back of that as well. So this is a really great progressive set. It starts with the early learning, starting to learn to read, and then it moves right into, once they are reading, very simple stories for them to read. And at this point, after this, you could move on to something a little bit more advanced, like some of our Billy B. Brown or Hey Jack books are great beginning chapter books. So that is my very first reading library. Again, like I said, there's 50 books in there, so it's a great value. And then on here too, you can also scan to get more info for the parents' guide. So hope you enjoyed.